everyone. My name is Max from EDMBoston. I'm here with Morgan Page. He finished up here at Electric Zoo earlier in the day, and we had some time to chat with him and see how everything went. You know, one of the cool things I thought in your set was you played some 80s music, Rhythm of the Night, and Use Your Love. Can you talk a little bit about the choices?
Yeah, you know, I always make these kind of bizarre choices of cover songs. And so there's basically like, the outfield track. I'm working with the band on a new version.
Really?
And so it's actually a cover of their own song. So it's something we're working on, maybe it's a single for the next album. And then also the 80s track, there's a band called Bastille did a version of Rhythm is a Dancer. And they sort of did this really cool take on it. I was just blown away. And I was like, well, why don't I just make a remixed version that works for the club? So it's kind of fun stuff to work with in the sets.
Yeah, no, I think you got a lot of good reaction from it too. So that was good. Now, you're involved in, I think it's a weekly radio show, right? Or is it monthly?
Yeah, it's weekly.
Weekly. We posted up on the site. Can you talk a little bit about what goes into your track selection process and how you try and differentiate from all the radio shows that so many artists are getting involved in now?
Well, there's a lot of stuff I do with it. I really want each mix to be like a work of art almost. Like you want to hear it again and again. It's not just some disposable thing, you trash out of your iTunes and, 2 weeks later.
Right.
So I want you to be able to go back and listen to it. So there's not too much chatter. There's not too many annoying drops with like British accents saying like, we're going to take it to podcast.
That's true.
I try to keep it to a minimum. And I try to make sure there's full mixes going on there, not just like cutting the heads and tails off of the tracks and smacking them together. So I want it to be like a mix show. There are transitions and mixes and things happening.
Great. So recently you posted up an article in the Huffington Post about going green and being a big fan of the new Tesla race car that I think you purchased.
That's right, yeah.
Can you talk about what got you to write the article and how that came about?
Well, it kind of all started with my parents in Vermont. They bought these huge solar panels for the yard. And I thought they were crazy. And then they got the Nissan Leaf, which is pretty cool. It's actually got some decent speed. It's not a Tesla, but
yeah.
That kind of got me thinking about it. And then we were talking about I needed to buy a new car anyways, and I looked at the Tesla and I was just like absolutely blown away. I put the money down. I did a test drive, and it like knocked me back in my seat. It's just not what you'd expect from an electric car. So it's like faster than a Maserati, but you plug into your wall at home.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. What have the other DJs said about that?
People are excited. I think a few other guys, like Bad Boy Bill's going to get one. He was telling me. I hope more guys. Maybe I can convince like Tiesto and Cascade to get it.
Okay.
I think they'd be into it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a really cool car. So guys, I'm not sure if you caught that, but Morgan is originally from Vermont, New England native. He's been through Boston now. I think it was 2 times. One of them, you opened up actually for the Avicii Levels tour at the Boston Garden. Can you talk a little bit about how that went for you as far as like career-wise? Because the show drew a lot of criticism. Brought EDM to the front door of the mainstream media.
Yeah.
What do you think? How did it work out for you? Do a lot of people know about Morgan Page now?
Yeah, I think so. Well, it was funny because they were definitely the Avicii fans were there, and they were probably hearing me for the first time. Which is funny because I spent 4 years in Boston, managing a radio station, going to Emerson College. And I spent a lot of time in Boston, a lot of cold winters. And I remember, building a studio in my dorm on Beacon Street, in a triple. And that was crazy, So I spent a lot of time in Boston. That's how I really got into doing radio, doing music. So, but yeah, it was a really cool show. It was kind of an early slot, but it was cool to get out there. Avicii personally asked me to come and play. And we're both fans of each other's music, so it's awesome. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess last question, what can we expect coming up from you? I know you've kind of mentioned some new singles and things.
Yeah.
What have you been busy with?
Well, the new thing, Where Did You Go, is out now. It's with Jonathan Mendelsohn on vocals, and it's a collaboration with Andy Caldwell. So that's out. There's a Tom Fall remix.
I saw the Tom Fall remix.
Awesome, and I played it today, and it just tears the roof off. Plus on Beatport, there's a few other remixes by Joachim Miller and Bassjackers. A lot of European guys doing mixes. What else? And then Carry Me with Nadia Ali doing vocals. That's coming out later in the fall.
Okay. All right, guys. That's our time with Morgan Page. Definitely a great big room house artist. You definitely should check him out soon if you haven't. And we'll see you later.